Arsenal Fan TV, Mo, disappointing tonight. I mean, does this team really want to win the league? Do they really want it?
Yeah, look, of course they want it. They must want it. Otherwise, what are they doing?
No, but I can't see evidence of that.
That's the thing. We can't see it. But I'm saying, obviously, they must want it. Otherwise, what are they doing as professional footballers? But can we see any evidence? Is there any sign? Is there any indication that they actually want it? Absolutely not. It's an absolute farce. Against United, we showed no desire. We showed no bottle, and we completely bottled it. Today, we actually showed a bit of desire, but we completely choked. The one man that didn't choke, no, he wasn't the only man, but one man that didn't choke was Joel Campbell. And what reward does he get for being our shining light? For being one of the best players on the pitch for us, he gets taken off. And that I just can't understand for the life of me. You know, like, I know nobody wants to hear it right now because everyone wants therapy and everyone wants to complain. And I get that, I want to do it as well. But for the only reason that every single other team dropped points, somehow we still have a sniff. And I'm saying we've got a sniff.
Is this team good enough? Sniff or no sniff, right? Is this team good enough to win it? When you look at the way we defended tonight, how are we going to go on a run of games? And the defence is terrible.
Robbie, I get that. When I say we've got a sniff, right, I mean purely the fact that there's 10 games left. 30 points to play for, we're 6 behind the leaders. Just on a logical basis, we've got a sniff. But in terms of what we're seeing out there, in terms of our form, in terms of our heart, desire, we don't have a chance in hell. Do you know what I mean? So I'm basically saying, you know, if everything changes, if everything that we're seeing changes, then maybe. But realistically, of course I don't expect us to do anything.
Tottenham on Saturday?
I'm dreading it. Absolutely dreading it. You know, I thought I was going to come here and speak to you after a victory against Swansea and talk about how that game is redemption. You know, it's over. It's over for me in terms of trying to convince people that Arsenal can turn it on and redeem themselves, because frankly, I don't believe it anymore. I don't believe that we've got it in us right now to go out and put in a performance and turn Tottenham over, because I see no signs of it. And Robbie, you know, for me, I don't want to go off on one here, but this whole issue with our club, and I know a lot of people must have said Wenger out today, and I completely sympathise with those people that want Wenger out, and I completely understand that point of view. But I actually think the problems at our club are bigger than Arsene Wenger. I think they're bigger than our manager. It's an acceptance of mediocrity. It's a whole culture. It's everything. So I think another manager could come in and face exactly the same problems of mediocrity and the club culture. And mediocrity is part of the culture now. I think the problems are far greater than him. And, you know, it really upsets me when I look back at Arsenal in the past when we were great. I look at the board and I look at the owners and people involved in the club who were primarily emotionally invested in the club and secondarily financially invested in the club. Now that's been flipped on its head. People are primarily financially invested and secondarily emotionally invested. And until that changes, nothing will change here. Even if we do win the league, I will not feel the way I felt in '98. I will not feel the way I felt with the Invincibles. I will not have that feeling of we are a great, great team. And those players that have got those league medals around their neck, you know, they are true champions and true winners. I won't have that feeling because, in all honesty, even though I'm saying, yeah, we've got a sniff on a mathematical and logical basis, we don't deserve that sniff. So, no, we're lucky that we're in with a tiny chance. And I worry that come Saturday, I won't even be able to say this.
Arsenal Fan TV, time to get into the player ratings, and can't be pretty